Hi, everybody. Welcome to Tea Time with Tanya. I'm Tanya. How are you doing today? Today, I want to do a read on the next 5 days of what's going to be happening in Iran, Iraq, and the Middle East. Actually, all the way through Africa, since there was just an attack there where one soldier and some civilian contractors were killed. It's not by the Iranians, but the other factions. Basically the whole Middle East is riled up right now, except for the ones that are Russia or Turkey or Israel. Everybody else is pissed off right now, and this is exactly how we got ISIS. This is exactly the kind of garbage that created ISIS that we've been fighting for the last, 10, 20 years. It's ridiculous. It's boneheaded ideas running in because the whole thing doesn't make sense. I'm sorry. I can't even get words out. It's so difficult for me to even put into words to spit out how disgusting this whole situation is, because there was no need for this. The only thing that this is going to do is make life harder for Americans who are already struggling financially, because gas prices are going to go up. Yeah. Gas prices, oil prices, heating prices, dead of winter, are going to go up. So, everybody within the sound of my voice, please mind your bottom lines. Don't live in fear, but just make sure you stock up on some essentials and have what you need. And make sure that if you can't fill up your car and you're driving and you're living in a place where there's snow or something, that you have supplies, blankets, extra coats, extra shoes, warm clothes, dry clothes, in case something happens, okay? Please, everybody, just be safe and just think forward. Just think you already know something may happen. Put it in your back pocket and just make sure you're like a Boy Scout and be prepared, okay? So let's see what's going to happen over the next week in the Middle East. I'm using the Thoth deck and I'm using the Ancient 10 Card Tarot spread. So, the first card out is the Moon, the illumination. Everything that is happening, everything that happened will be illuminated. The truth will come out on why that airport was bombed. And you guys need to know that they bombed. We, the United States, bombed an airport to kill a general. And the general was not the only person that was killed. There were other diplomats and there were other people killed. That our mainstream media is acting like they don't matter. Human life is human life. We are all connected. Whether they're brown, whether they're Muslim, they are our brothers and sisters. Okay? And none of this had to happen. The crossing card, what crosses it is the Hanged Man. The decisions that have to be made, the decisions that are being made. They've already vowed, the Iranians have already vowed that they are going to retaliate against the United States. They've already voted to have the United States removed from the country. So at this point now, everything is kind of in limbo. But one thing's for sure certain, the one thing that's happening back at home is Trump may have staved off his impeachment vote in the Senate right now. The goal or destiny. Now we're reading on Iran again, so let's make sure that you understand that this is from the viewpoint of Iran, not from the viewpoint of the United States. I think I'm going to follow this read with a read for the United States on how what we're going to be doing for this week. The goal or destiny is adjustment, to basically make right what went wrong. On my last read, I talked about the sovereignty of nations, that interference with the sovereignty of nations was a big thing. Those exact words will be coming out. This interfering with the nation's sovereignty, and I have a feeling that there may actually be some war crimes levied against the United States and possibly against President Trump himself for the assassination. The distant past is the Prince of Swords. The Prince of Swords, this is a prince that is running into battle. He has his sword, his swords are swinging. So this is a full-on, this is a fight. So there will be on the ground fighting, but there will be other types of warfare that will be waged as well. There will be some on the ground casualties, but the war is going to be fought a different way. This is not going to be a war of just weaponry. This is going to be a war of sophistication, of nuance even. But the whole thing is truth. Truth has to come out. And the world basically is going to unite a part of the world in order for the truth to be told. The fifth card out, recent events, it was the Lovers in reverse. Now this card, at the very top, there's a puppet master. So you have the king and queen who are also black and white, and you have the little children at the bottom who are also black and white. Now this whole thing is a coming together. This is a coming together, but at the top there's a pair of hands that are pulling the strings, that it's controlling what the lovers do. So this is a coming together. This is people uniting under a common cause. The future influence is change. That's what must happen. This is so insane. This is almost a mirror of my read I did 2 days ago. So the change, this is what the Middle East needs to happen. There needs to be a change of the way that things are done. Now, I need everybody to know that our only interest in the Middle East is oil. So when we say we're protecting our interests, that's oil. That's all we're protecting. And we don't own any of those oil fields. You know, we help them protect it. They give us some. They give us a break on the cost. We help protect them. But that's what our soldiers are over there doing, you know, protecting oil fields. The seventh card out. This is the questioner. How is the present attitude or the attempts to put Iran in the Middle East in its proper perspective? And we have the sun. The sun is shining on them. Things will be illuminated. The light will be shined on what exactly is going on. And I am not anti-American, so please don't think that I am rooting for anybody. I don't want war, period. This is unnecessary. Any war is unnecessary. This is over one man trying to save his ego. This has nothing to do with any threat that they're saying happened, because killing one general is not going to erase a threat if he has plans already written down. He's a military man. Their army will still do what their army was going to do. But to go around Congress and then give flimsy stories about it at this point in time, when he's been at Mar-a-Lago since before Christmas, but we're just supposed to all be like, yeah, everything's just there. That this guy that they could have killed in 1970, but didn't. And every president since the 70s has not You know, that's one of the questions that you really should ask yourself. What are the environmental factors facing the Middle East right now? The works. Mainstream media is already blustering about how they're already saying that Iran is going to enrich uranium and going to start making nuclear weapons and all that stuff. I think all of that is conjecture. It's been 3 days. It takes a little longer to enrich uranium. Not saying that they won't, completely pull out of the nuclear deal. They very well may, but it's not like they're going to have nuclear weapons tomorrow. That's not how it works. So you guys need to be aware of that. You can't just enrich uranium overnight and build a 60 megaton bomb overnight. That does take time, and it takes a lot of specialized equipment. And there's a lot that would be done between now and then. The inner emotions. How are everybody that has been affected by this general's death, how are they feeling? We've already seen the news. We've seen the mass amount of mourners that that were at the funeral today and the procession today, and we saw their parliament. So we already know that these people are not happy about what's going on. And the inner emotions is the interference card. This is how they're feeling. It was in reverse. The interference in reverse. Interference. This is an attest to an affront to their sovereignty as a sovereign nation. Unfortunately, Trump has been wanting to get at them since he took office. And if you can't remember all the things that he's done to Iran without cause, then you're not paying attention. Okay, the end result, the final card. What is Iran and the Middle East final outcome? The Prince of Cups. The Prince of Cups. This prince is flying an eagle through the clouds swiftly, with much thought. But he is ready for battle, and he is bringing everything that he has. He's bringing his strength. So it may not be a ground battle, but it will be a battle of the minds, a battle of finesse. So I think it may be more cyber crimes, disabling, electrical grids or waterways or things like that are actually way worse for us than us being on the ground with the soldiers shooting bullets and rockets at each other, because a cyber attack can touch every one of us, disable our banking systems, so forth and so on. And we already know Putin already has the codes to most of our electric grid. And Putin is also siding with the Iranians. Just, you need to know that. So you really need to know that the Russians are over there ready, willing, and able, wanting to help the Iranians. So, and the Sunnis and the Shias and everybody else that is involved in this mess. Okay, I'm going to move right into how is America? Same question. How is America going to navigate these next 5 days, this next week, this week, with the issues in the Middle East? Okay, first card out, present position. Ooh. The first card out is the Ten of Swords. This is ruin. This is ruin. The immediate future is the Knight of Discs. the Knight of Discs is this knight is fresh from battle. He's battle weary. He's ready to go back to battle, but he is battle weary. The goal or destiny. Again, the Ace of Swords for America. I think this one is to display strength. To display strength. The distant past. Lust, greed, avarice. This is the six trump cards, major arcana. This is lust, so the want. This is a want. Recent past events. The Prince of Wands, driving swiftly forward into battle. Future influence is the Five of Cups, disappointment. This is scary read a little bit. The questioner for the United States. Present position. How are we? The Queen of Swords. You need to look at this card. The Queen of Swords. She has cut the head off of her adversary. And she's literally relaxing while she's holding the head of her adversary. So this is how America feels right now, like they've cut the head off of the Iranians. The environmental factor is the Five of Pentacles. This is worry. And I think a lot of Americans are feeling this right now, are feeling worry, are feeling out of sorts because of uncertainty as to what is going to happen. The inner emotions of the United States, what's facing them is the Seven of Pentacles. This is a fear of failure. This is a fear of failure. The final result. The Knight of Wands, the Fire Horse, going swiftly into battle. So I think we may have put ourselves in a situation that we may not want to be in, or we may be putting ourselves in a situation that we may not want to be in. So the read for the United States is kind of a very dark read. This entire thing was not well thought out. There was no plan. They did something with no plan, no plan at all. So now the United States is going to be making it up as they go, as we go. This is our country. This is our mess. And the outcome does not look well for us. Hopefully we can get some negotiations in there, get something happening to where we can stop things before they become completely chaotic. But we have the God of Chaos as our commander-in-chief. So that's my read for today. I'm sorry, don't shoot the messenger. I only read the cards as they come. Please, everyone, we can do something to change this. We have the power. Please be positive. Think positive. Think for us to negotiate our way out of this peaceably. Think good thoughts like that. Send that into the universe. Please don't send worry and fear into the universe. We get that back tenfold. So if you're afraid and you're verbalizing how scared you are, that's what we're going to get. We need people to be positive, to literally pray for the best. for both sides. We don't want to cause life to be taken from people, and we don't want our lives taken from us. So this war is a lose-lose situation. There are no winners in war. There's no winners in war. And this is about oil. That's the only asset we have in the Middle East is oil. Oil and money. Okay? So don't get it twisted, guys. I love you. Positive thoughts. Love yourself. Love yourself first. Tell yourself I love you. And again, then tell everybody else. Okay? This has been Tea Time with Tanya. Thank you for spending this Sunday with me. This is it's Sunday, January the 5th, 2020. So please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you won't miss a video, and leave me a comment. I'll answer your question on air. Thank you. You guys have a fabulous day. Love each other. Send positive vibes out into the universe. Be as positive and pray, meditate. Send all the good energy that you can into the universe. Share it with your fellow man. Let's all make it through this. Let's make it out of this okay. All right? Let's make it out of this bad situation okay. Y'all have a great day. Bye.